Hi everybody and welcome back to another Singapore How It Is. Today we're going to be looking at public transport. Now if there's one thing I really love about Singapore, it is the public transport. It is fast, it is reliable, it is cheap. I just think it's the best thing ever. It's the best public transport I've known in any city, and I've been to a few. So let's go out. I'm going to show you the bus, I'll show you the train. I don't think I'll show you a taxi, but I will give you some information about that as well. So let's get going. So I'm at my apartment at the moment, and before I go anywhere in Singapore I need to decide how I'm traveling. And if it's by bus or taxi, I have a couple of apps on my phone that I like to use, so I'm not wasting time outside in the heat, because I'll come to that another time. It's just so hot. I've got no aircon right now and I can already feel I'm sweating. So yeah, I like to use these apps to see when the bus is arriving or to book a taxi. Seeing as we're going to take the bus to the train station, which is not necessary, but I just thought then I'll be able to show you the bus. I'm going to show you the app that I use, and it's called Singapore Maps. You can only see a portion of the name there. And what it does is it gives you a map. It shows you exactly where you are. It looks a little dated. The arrow here, if you tap that, it will take you to exactly where you are. So, yeah, there's me, the little blue dot. Now if I zoom in, like you always do on your phone, you know how to do this. And this bus stop here is the one I'm after, the top one. Let me try and select it. Yep, there we go. And it tells me it's the bus stop at Gillamard Road, which is my bus stop. And it tells me when the buses arrive, basically. And today I'm looking at the number 70, because I know that one takes me to the MRT station. Again, this is very foolproof, so you can hit the one and you can see the exact bus route. So it will pop up with the maps here. It will show you exactly where they're all going. So it says one has just arrived, and in grey there, oh, you can just see it says the next one is 19 minutes. The other app I use for the cab is this taxi booking one here, and I think it's called the Comfort Delgro. These are the taxis we have in Singapore, and this is a really nice little app. So you can hit new booking, and it has my phone number there. I'll try and hide from you, and it automatically shows my address. So you can set that as your pickup address. So if I hit that, we'll put it up there. Pickup point, I could say lobby, basement 2, whatever. You can choose the type of taxi. So if you need the Crown and the Sonata are the cheaper ones. 4-seater limo I think is a little bit more expensive. It's not actually a limo. And 7-seater maxi is, as you know, 7-seater. So I usually select Crown or Sonata. And yep, and you can even say how many you need. So usually for me it's just one. You can book a maximum of 3. So that's a nice little app, and usually the taxi will come within 5 to 10 minutes. The longest I've had to wait is actually less than 10 minutes. There's so many taxis, they just come straight round. There's probably like a ton just hanging out there. So I just arrived at the bus stop, and typical Singapore, it's gone from being super duper nice over here, I don't know if you can see, it's a blue sky, beautiful, to dark and dreary over there. As for the bus services, the bus stops, all of them have a nice little handy feature where they'll have all the buses that are running at this stop. They tell you where they're all going, like in the long run. It even tells you what roads they're going to, what distance it is between the roads, how many stops. If you don't know where you are, you can look up the road that you want to go to. So down here we have a list of the roads. There's not that many at this stop because it's kind of not out in the sticks, but not many buses come here. So, but you can, so for example, if you wanted to go to Paya Lebar Road, you look at Paya Lebar Road, it's served by the number 70 and the number 70M. So then you can go over here, oh here's the 70, here's the 70M, what time, what days do they come? So as we're soon to be boarding our first public transport today, and you're first with me, I'll show you about how we pay for the system here. Now you can pay by coins, but the most common thing you'll find is the EasyLink card, which looks like this. I have a cute little sticker for the front of mine that says happy card, but it actually has, it's orange usually, or the older versions are purple or turquoise. There's a bunch of different colors, and basically you can use this EasyLink card on all the public transport. So you can use it on the bus, on the train, you can even use it on a cab, and it's just like an Oyster card like you have in London. You top it up at usually at train stations, but you can do it at 7-Eleven as well. Yep, and it's just a case of you'll swipe it or you'll just hold it over the sensor, it'll beep. At the train station, the turnstile will let you through. It'll also tell you, every time you beep it, it'll tell you how much balance you've already got when you're going in, and when you exit it will tell you how much that trip cost and how much your new balance is, which is really good as well. But it does kind of go flash quite quickly, so you've got to keep, if you're wanting to look for how much balance you have on it, you've got to look quite quickly to see it. So I just got on the bus, and this one's empty. It's also a brand new one, so what I wanted to show you was the feature where you have the aircon and you can turn it away from you, you can choose the direction, but this one doesn't have that. So, oh well. Most of the buses are all super nice. You never usually get an older one. I'll just give you a shot. So you can see the seats are all nice and new, nice colours as well. I'm literally on here for 2 stops, so gotta film quick. You can see here at the exit you have the 2 little where you can beep your card to get out, and the screen will tell you how much you have left. So it all happened a bit too quickly for me to catch on camera, but that journey alone, actually that's a bit of a rip-off for this one. Just to go 2 stops on the bus was 73 cents. So in pounds that's about, well actually that's about 30 pence, isn't it? 35p. US dollar, I'm not too sure, you'll have to check. So I'm at the MRT station, the bus drops me literally right outside, which is great. The connections like that are super here. Yeah, like with any train thing, you have to go down the escalator. So I've already been told off about filming in the MRT station. So I'm having to use my phone now and be a little bit more sneaky. So I'm at Derby Gort station at the moment. And yeah, so I was going to show you how easy it is to find your way. So there's signs all over, you can see, that tell you where to go, things like that. I've just travelled on the circle line, the orange line, and now I'm heading towards the red line. So that's north-south line. And you can maybe see there's a sign over there that shows us where to go. And there are cameras everywhere. What I wanted to show as well is that it's super easy to get around the stations again. So at each of them it's very organised. The green arrow shows that someone is coming out, so don't step on that. And there's red arrows to the sides to show you where you should stand. Up at the top we have which direction the train is going in, what line it is, what platform it is. And the big red light is for when the doors are closing, and it will flash and beep, and so you know not to be boarding when that's going on, or if you are boarding, get a move on. So yeah, but it also tells you the station we're at. So another thing, we have it in all 4 official languages here. Here it just has it in English and Tamil underneath, but then a little further down, I don't know if you can see, no, I don't think we can see, it's got it in Chinese and, well, I'd say Malay, but it's the same as English, so, well, there we go, just to make it official. Oh yeah, that's the other one right there, in Chinese and Malay. So another good thing about this is it will show you what stations you're going to and what stations are left by the little lights, and it also shows you what side the doors are opening and closing. Okay, so in this part here I'm showing you the locality map that they have at every single station. You can see Marina Bay there, and it tells you the exits, so there's B at the top and A further down. Sorry for the shaky camera angle, I'm still trying to be discreet. It shows you where the line goes as well and what lines it crosses with, and the directions. You can see it says Raffles Place at the top there. I'm just trying to figure out where to go in this clip, so yeah. I've just exited the station and I've ended up at Marina Bay. I'm a bit disappointed because at the first station I was filming a few bits and bobs and the security guy told me I wasn't allowed to film and I needed a permit. So there's a bunch of stuff I wanted to get really good footage of on my actual camera, but instead I've had to be a James Bond, hiding my camera and doing it all on my phone jobby. So sorry about that. Some of the things I will say, at every single station you have, so this locality map I got some footage of, and yeah, oops, make the lights fast. It'll show you where you are, where you exit, where you enter, and the different kinds of places you can get to from the exits as well. It's really user friendly. I also did a little bit of footage that showed you kind of where the direction of the trains. You know, if you are used to some kind of transport, oh good grief, that'll be really easy for you. Whereas my mom and dad, when they came, they don't really ride trains, they don't really ride, my mom rides buses but not that often, so they couldn't really get their heads around it, like what you need to look out for, so the direction of the train, the stops on the train, how many stops. They're not used to all this kind of stuff, so yeah.